Good morning, guys. This is Paula. Today I am going to finally do the flip through for the Floral journal. Now, this is a stunning cover. It's a vintage embroidered square. If I had to guess, she was making herself a pillow. But it is stunning, just so you know. It's not like your ordinary book cover. It is just beautiful. And I put a bow on it here at the end. So this would be the bow that it comes with. It's the same color as the background here. And it just classes it up even more. So I'm going to open it up and we're going to go inside and I am going to show you how this book turned out. Now, it's chunky, but there's a lot of lace in it, okay? So when you open it, I decided to use this rosebud fabric, and this is part of the outside that I folded up and made a pocket out of because this is a big journal. Let me give you the measurements. Okay. It is, let me get on the right side here. Okay, there I go. There it is. It is 10.5 and just a tiny bit extra. So it's 10.5 tall, okay? Now, let's see how wide we are here. It is 6.5 wide. So we're talking a big journal, okay? Now, as far as how deep it is, I'm not even going to go there right now. So anyway, so let's go inside and see. You guys went along with me on a few of the pages. They were just taking so long. I had to go ahead and finish it because I had so many projects to work on. Okay, so this book is full of beautiful florals. That's why I'm calling it the Floral book. Let me move this ruler before I become a teacher teaching with it. I added lace along this portion here, the bottom of the book, and I put this big journaling card in there. It says in full bloom, so you can journal on the back of that. And then this is a tag from my last tag series. It says beautiful, and I had to kind of squish the flowers just a tiny bit, but just so you know, I do that a lot. And it's got lace here, and it's just really a pretty little card, and I thought I'm going to throw that in there. I think it goes with this book perfectly. Okay, so I did put lace trim all through this book. So it's from front to back, not every page, but they're evened out, if that helps. So here is the library pocket. It's covered in a vintage style doily with a piece of a doily that I cut apart and got the flowers from, and put a little button there with a avocado stained doily in the back. And then here I just added some washi, and it already had this little floral on this library pocket. So that little pocket, if you didn't know better, you wouldn't know that it was a library pocket. So I used antique paperia digitals throughout this book also. I'll link her below. And I did a lot of fussy cutting of flowers. And I stitched on all of the coffee stained or tea stained papers. And I did some fussy cutting flowers that I fussy cut throughout this book. I put a lot of floral images of different gardens in here. I found books that were the same height. And listen, it was not easy to find things this tall, but I did. And this is the pocket with the rest of that doily on front and some trim at the top. Antique Paperia. This is an image out of an old vintage book. Tea stained paper that I stitched on. Here's an envelope that I cut the end off of, and I made this little flap into a place to add your journaling or tag or whatever. Grow a Happy Life journaling card on that side. And it's amazing what you can do on one little part of an envelope, right? Here's a pocket here with the tag I made. Okay, just a little simple. And this is all the bright colored paper in this book is vintage paper. I know it looks like something from Walmart, but it's not. And this is a pocket here, and then I just made this tag because I just thought this butterfly was perfect for this floral here with butterflies. Here's some, I put some large pictures of birds with floral in the background. Here's some more of the cardstock or scrapbook paper. This was a large journaling card. I cut the center out and made a tag out of this. I don't know. I just saw it and I'm like, that should be the tag. And I just made it real simple. Antique Paperia. Here is one of my die cut pockets. I've got like 3 now, so I'm excited about that. It saves on cutting this type of pocket. You don't have to do a lot of folding. This is Carrie on YouTube and Etsy. I don't know his last name, but I'll try to remember to link him below. And I just took some of the pre-printed tags from his kit and covered them with lace and trim and a button. It just gives them more dimension. Zigzagged tea stained paper. Here is another old building with beautiful floral. Some beautiful gardens. This is my favorite paper in the book as far as scrapbook paper. Poro Joe. And Poro Joe is what I mean. This is a very vintage music sheet. I don't have the date on here. I didn't see the date anywhere, but it's old. You can tell by how yellow it is. So here was the Antique Paperia paper, and so I thought I'd just brighten up this paper by adding another fussy cut flower, tea stained paper. Here's some more of the vintage yellow. I put it next to this garden, vintage garden with yellow sunflower daisies. And here is a journaling pocket with a journaling card. Avocado stained doily. This is a large doily and it fit perfect in this book. I've had it and hadn't had anything to use it in. This is a vellum pocket here, and our envelope, and I made it into a pocket, and I put in one of my collaged cards, tags, and with a cluster added on top, and it is made out of old book pages. This is If the Shoe Fits, Buy It For Me. I just thought it was cute with the floral here. It's a store-bought tag, but I just love, I love those little tags. Antique Paperia, tea stained paper with zigzag. Another really precious little bird. This is a large pocket for a large book. Bloom, Grow, Blossom. And I made a jumbo tag for it. And so it says, have a beautiful day. And I put some music sheet behind it and some old lace seam binding I have. Real simple so that you can journal on it. Okay, here is the floral on that side. This is an old, not old, this is a postcard. And I trimmed it down and made it into a pocket because I thought it went well with the Antique Paperia paper. And here is a rose. This is one of Rachel's tags. And I just added a topper and stapled it on. If I can get it back in here. It's one of those tight, but it fits perfect. And then tea stained paper. More of the vintage paper. I have like 5 or 6 colors. I just am so excited about it. This was a policy bag that I put in here, although it's decorated. It's not one you would see in a bank. Here's a journaling card inside. Here's a little side tuck. Take care of you. Live for the moments you can put into words. Avocado dyed paper. And I had this stationery card. It's like a stationery card. And I just thought this was calling to be fussy cut. So I fussy cut it and made it a side tuck on this avocado paper. And it stays right in there. I mean, it fits like a glove. And I thought it looked really good with this paper. That is my favorite next to it. Here is another one of those journaling cards that I folded under and made into a side tuck or a side pocket. And then here's another one of Carrie's. And I just did a button, trim, and lace. And it just changes the look. You can just dress it up, or, I mean, even not putting anything on it, they're beautiful. Here's some music sheet. And then here is a floral stationery paper that I use in my books. And here is this red and pink fussy cut. It goes along with the stitching. Here's some of that antique paper with another one of my pockets that I use my die cut on. This one, all I did, this is one of Carrie's tags, and all I did was add a button. And see, it goes perfect. Edith Holden, but what I did with Edith Holden's paper is I took a piece of an inch of long paper and folded it and stitched it on both sides so that I got the whole page in here. And then I put some colorful washi on it, and that just reinforces it too. So I like that that's like that. And now, this is my other pocket right here. I'm going to move this up. My little lace is going everywhere. This is another one of Carrie's tags. It's got this beautiful lace on this music sheet that he collaged. And then I just added some of the pink rosettes. And that gave it dimension and looks perfect in this pocket, I think. Avocado stained doily right there. More of that page. Here's an old writing pad that I had that I used when I was in Creative Memories many, many years ago. Here is a graph paper, but it's actually a scrapbook paper. And here is another stationery paper that I use a lot. And I put one of these tags that we did the other day in here. And I hope you like those. My messy watercolor tags. This is the center of the book. I did not put beads on here. I did something with this book I haven't done before. Because it's so big, I double bound it. So instead of just one of these thin strings going through there, these are waxed threads. I decided to go ahead and double bind it. And then instead of putting beads, I did little hearts. Because it's already so long, I didn't want you to have to deal with beads too. So there's the little hearts. I need to untangle them. They're there. That's perfect. And then here's a side tuck here. And then I put this journal card I thought was so cute. Fresh cut flowers. And it fits in here perfect. This is the second side of that paper. Here's some more florals from that vintage book. Here is some fussy cut flower to go with this. Thought it looked good together. Miss Edith Holden again. Some of this paper here that's antique goes really good with this pink. I try to make things look good together. That's kind of the thing I do. And then here's some more florals that I fussy cut, and I thought it looked good with all of the color over here. I love this page also. This is that same page, but it's a different portion of it. And I have had a policy envelope that was decorative with this floral on it, and I just thought it looked perfect together. So I flipped the flap back this way and added a doily on it, and then put a time card with a trim at the top. And you know, you can journal on the time card. It's just, those kind of things are fun to me to journal on. Just skip around. Okay, now let me get it back in here before it actually fits perfect. Then here's the other side of that policy envelope. I put a tag with floral on it there. Here is one of those vintage coin pockets that I found in a thrift store with the little butterflies. Fits right in. I flipped the flap on that one too. And here's some more of that antique paper. So there's a lot going on. Look at these. Oh, I love them. They're a type of daisy. Or sunflower. I'm not sure which. Listen, I don't keep track of names of little things like that. Okay, to me that's not a big, you know, I spin my brains on art. Okay, here is an envelope that I put in here, and I added another one of those journaling cards. So this book has 2, really 3 if you count the fussy cut one. And then behind it, I made a pocket. So I added some butterflies, different butterflies on a journaling card. Let me just stand this up so I can get it back into the pocket. It fits perfect. I didn't have any trouble before. You just kind of got to wiggle it in there. You know how it goes. I was just trying to take it down further than it goes. And here is some more of these floral up against this vintage yellow paper. Zigzag coffee stain. Here is another one of those tags. This is one of Carrie's tags with just a button on top. But this is one of the florals that I did last year in the tag series. And we'll probably do something similar to those at some point. We're just going to do a bunch of tags. Some will be cooler than others. Here's this vintage music sheet with a fussy cut flower that goes with this purple here. And this multicolored, this is made out, or it's collaged out of mixed media paper that I stenciled on with a mixed media. Added a part of a doily I cut apart and then just stuck a little tiny tag in there that was colorful. So it's a fun little tag and different. So here is a garden on this side. Looks good. Here's that window that we saw on the other side. Here's a belly band. It says, change is beautiful. I thought it looked good up against this lavender here. Some more bird pictures with floral. Here is a vellum floral bag. And I just put one of Rachel from Foxy Creations doilies on here on a time card, and then just put it in. I just shrunk the size of the time card. Here is the other side of that envelope, and I just put a rose picture there, journaling card inside, and then just a little journaling card on the outside. Tea stain paper, some more from that vintage floral book. Here is a policy holder that is white. I added another one of Rachel's doilies there. And I got this idea from Rachel also, from Roxy Creations. Where you take a book page and you flip this part over and hem it right here is what you're doing. And then you fold this over, stitch it across the middle, makes 2 pockets, then you stitch around the whole thing. And this is a big book page. And I just collaged on it. And I don't know if we've done a tutorial on that or not. And then I just put some rose, because these policy holders are pretty big. So you have to have some kind of big tag. So I call this a tag. in the top of that there. And then here we've got this beautiful floral. And look at that. Doesn't that look pretty together? I love it. This is one I could hang on to just because I love this. I love the cover. I love the digitals. Are some of my favorite digitals. Now, this is a fun pocket. This is a die cut also. And I've told you guys in other videos who makes the die cuts, okay? So you just have to go back and look. Here is a tag that has a little pocket. And I just put a little floral in the front. And then this. And I'm just going to pull this out so you can see this cool pocket. It has a bunch of journaling cards in it. Just little, this is what you do with all your tiny ones. And it looks like a chest and drawer is what it makes me think of. And it has four of these die cuts to make this. So you cut the base, and then you can cut any color you want for the cover here. You could do 3 different colors if you wanted to. So I dropped the big tag in the back, and then I dropped this right here. You don't have to worry about the big tag being shown because these other tags are going to cover up everything. And then here is, I don't remember how I had these, but you can play with them and do them however you want. Okay, and that right there, I think I had those others some other way, but that's all right. It doesn't matter. So there you go. Okay, and then in the back in this pocket is a beautiful wreath from this scrapbook collection. And there you have it. This is the back cover. It's one signature, of course, but it is a stunning book. It's a big book, and I love it. I hope you do too. This will be in my Etsy shop by the time this video goes up. Enjoy, guys. Bye.